Bougie Black Girl, Geneva Banks. Just wanted to do a little quick update. I am back in Bangkok. I'm checked into my new Airbnb. I love the aesthetic and setup. I'm actually doing this video on my couch before I head out. Vietnam it was okay. I flew into ACMC, and I'll be honest, I did not like my first introduction to Vietnam. The attitudes were really nasty, and not necessarily towards me because I have plates in my leg. I typically use a wheelchair when I'm traveling through the airports, so I go through a lot of stuff quickly. But as I'm sitting in my chair, I am noticing that they are treating other Asians bad, Chinese, whatever the case may be. I'm talking about talking to them crazy, throwing their stuff through the conveyor belt, telling them to hurry up. If they're standing past the line, they're pushing them back. It was just a lot for me and not something that I personally am used to. Since I've been in Thailand, and even when I flew in, I did not get that type of energy. There was no negative or nasty energy. So it really surprised me. And as a Black American, I already deal with discrimination, racism, passive aggressive racism, stereotypes, all kind of stuff. So seeing that as my first welcoming to Vietnam put a really bad taste in my mouth. And I do not see myself going back. A lot of people have been telling me to check out Da Nang and Hanoi, but again, first impressions are everything, and I did not like that impression of Vietnam. However, I did go do everything I said I was going to do. Well, most of it. A lot of stuff I couldn't do because I wanted to knock out a lot of stuff my very first day. I brought multiple outfits, had my camera gear ready to go. My flight was delayed. I was supposed to be in Vietnam by 9:45. I didn't get there until almost 1 o'clock, and then drove around for 2 hours with a Grab because I was unaware that MasterCard is not widely accepted in Vietnam. So if you travel to Vietnam, make sure you have Visa. They do Apple Pay out there. So that's one thing I did appreciate because that's not really big in Thailand, at least in Bangkok. I love the tap tap, so I don't have to take my cards with me. But MasterCard is not a thing there. I was trying to find an ATM to get cash out, and baby, that was a hassle in itself. Um, Also, I almost got into with the Grab driver. I kept trying to tell him, even after the first two ATMs we went to, let me out. I don't feel good about having you driving me around, and I can't get any cash out. I need to figure this out. And he was an older guy, so I really just did not want him just driving me around for hours. After the fourth or fifth one, I immediately took my stuff out of his car, and that became an issue. Dude was trying to hold me hostage. And as you all will learn and you will see, I don't care what country I'm in, I don't care what state I'm in. Do not disrespect me and do not play with me because you're gonna have to kill me. You're gonna have to call the police. Y'all gonna have to lock me up because we're not doing that. First of all, I travel too much for me to be trying to scam you for a free fucking ride. You get what I'm saying? Like, please stop playing with me. This all happened in front of an establishment, and a lady that saw him trying to pull my luggage actually went inside and grabbed the owner or the guy that works there, and he speaks English. So he came out and he ended up saving me. He actually told me, like, no, I dealt with this when I traveled before. This is definitely a scam. Just so happened right across from his business is a school. I don't know if it's a college, high school, or what, but they had ATMs. They had two or three. So he took me over there, and of course, two out of the three didn't work. The last one actually worked and I was able to take money out. But at this point, the Grab dude done already irritated me. You grabbing my luggage, you're trying to pull my arm, sir. We gonna be out here rolling around on the motherfucking ground. You're
He
about to
said he
get
wants the
this, what is it,
50,000.
50
So we're gonna record this.
thousand Vietnamese dong. I don't even know how much that is. It's probably just a couple dollars. But you about to get
Oh,
this and you
that's
about
why
to
I'm
get the hell up
recording.
out my face. Because again, I'm not trying to get a free ride out of you, but I'm definitely not about to pay you, and this is how you're acting. So the guy was like the middleman. He literally put himself in between me and the other man and was talking to him in Vietnamese and explaining everything to him. And he's like, oh, well, we can call the police. That's what the guy was communicating back to me that he was saying. I said, oh, please, let's call the police and tell them how you put your hands on an American. Let's call the police. Let's do that. He didn't want to do that. He took that 50,000 Vietnamese dong and took his happy ass on. The guy that was helping me ended up ordering me a new Grab. And this is another thing. Once you land, if you're using Grab, make sure you change the location. I don't even know if it's just the location. His prices were showing something completely different than what my Grab was showing. So he booked me a Grab. I ended up getting to my hotel, and I found this hotel on TikTok. Some white girl posted it, I wanted to say, and I loved how like it had this garden type thing, like a spa feel, so I wanted to check it out. I'll be honest, I was not impressed. And the crazy thing is I was the only black person there. and the white people there were foreigners. They were like from Europe or something. And the looks that I got when I walked in there, as if I wasn't supposed to be there. First of all, we deal with that everywhere. But this is not even that caliber of a hotel for you to be acting like that. I honestly feel like I paid too goddamn much. Like I come from Fontainebleau, Aria, just really nice standard hotels. And it's standard for me. I know it's not standard for everybody else. But as far as my lifestyle, my upbringing, my parents always have us in five-star hotels across the board. So I wasn't really impressed. I did take a little bit of content there. I liked the stone tub that they had. I liked the pool and like the little garden area. So I got a little bit of content, but I was not really impressed. I would not go back. If you want to check it out for content, I would suggest doing that, but I personally would not book and stay there again. It's called City Oasis, City Tree, or City Tree, City Oasis. Um, I was able to go do my perfume. I made my own custom perfume called Rich Black Luxury. I really, really enjoyed that. It was with the Scent Note District 1 location in HCMC. Had a great time. I did have a weird ass couple sitting across from me. I don't know if they were Vietnamese or Chinese, but I don't have to understand your language to read body language and facial expressions and all this sniggling, giggling, and all this little bullshit that you were doing. I like my freedom, and I really beat a 10 to 15. I've already beat a felony assault on the police. I've already beaten attempted murder. But I will smack the shit out of you. I don't care what country I'm in. Stop with the weird shit. Here nor there, that was a great experience, and that's no reflection of the teacher or the assistant that was helping her. I had a really good time making my perfume. I was supposed to do a city tour. I was supposed to visit two art museums. I was not able to get to any of that because the perfume class itself was like 3 hours. Taking mine, I was 2 hours late flying in. Once I got to my hotel, I needed to get something to eat, but the first thing I did was go and make sure I knocked out my perfume. But then after that, I was tired, I was hungry, so I didn't get to do any of the other stuff that I was supposed to do. I wanted to go to the zoo. Like, it was so many things that I had planned, and I actually booked everything on Klook, Klook, and I don't know if it's discounted or not, but it's not really that expensive, so I booked it on there. I'm dealing with refund issues right now because if my flight was delayed, I can't control what time my flight got in there. And when you book stuff on Klook, it tells you to select the date and time that you want to do it. And guess what? Everything ran late for me. I was only able to take one thing that I booked. So yeah, I've gotten a refund back for like maybe two or three of the events, but all in total, I booked like six or seven. I need my money. Run it back. So yeah. Oh, the Burger King in Vietnam is way better than America and way better than Thailand. I will say that. That was one highlight. The Apple Pay and the Burger King was better. But yeah, I don't see myself going back to check out Da Nang or Hanoi. I don't know. Maybe my mind will change. But after that introduction in the airport and seeing how they were treating other Asians, it just really put a bad taste in my mouth. And oh, not even just that. I went to the store to go buy cigarettes. Cigarettes out there suck. I really need to stop smoking. I don't want to hear it. Yes, I know, but again, I'm grown. Yeah, but I went into the store to get cigarettes and did the Apple Pay thing, and I was telling him thank you. He's like, okay, 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 bye, bye. I will knock all this shit over. Like, I don't know what's wrong with certain countries where that majority of your money comes from tourist dollars, and then you be treating tourists crazy. I personally can't speak for other people, but I don't care about going to prison or jail in another country. I just honestly like my freedom and I like traveling. I'm willing to die about my blackness and my skin tone. I'm just going to be blatantly honest with you. I am willing to die about my blackness. Here nor there, Vietnam was a one and done. Maybe my mind will change and I'll check out Da Nang and Hanoi. I really only went out there to check it out because of my girls. Bangkok is not as pet friendly as they will lead you to believe, and then the type of properties they want to give you for your dogs are not my standards. So I wanted to check out Vietnam because it's supposed to be more dog friendly. But yeah, I'm good. One of my girls at the last place that I was renting, where I was month to month, she had a really bad reaction. I don't know if it was the garden. It has ticks. It's like stray cats over there. One of them had like a big open wound on his butt, like all his fur was gone. It was a lot going on. She ended up getting an inflamed paw, so much so that it ended up exploding and pus was coming out. She ended up with a big golf ball sized knot in her neck. As of today, the knot has diminished, it's went away. Her paw is okay, but it's still a lot of scratching. And for me, it's a safety thing. I don't feel comfortable keeping my girls here. One of them is doing fine. Like Bonnie, she's not having any type of reactions at all. But Freya is the one that is a little bit more adventurous. She likes the water, she likes the bushes, and she's the one having the bad reactions. So let's say about 3 4 weeks, I will be headed back to the States to take them back. I want my dogs to be happy. I want them to be healthy. Although, vet care is not expensive in Thailand, I don't want to be in a vet every week or every month because my dog has a knot in her neck or her paw is inflamed and it's exploding. Like, I don't know how that's weighing on her. And then also, my dogs are very social. They're very friendly. They like to play with other dogs. They love attention from people. I mean, we come from Vegas, they're like celebrities in Vegas. Everybody loves them. They don't get that same thing here. Granted, there have been instances where people see them and I might just be in a good area and they love them and they ask questions. They want to pet them, give them little snacks and stuff. There are instances where they do good here, but it's not consistent enough for me. My dogs look bored because we're in a house majority of the time because it does get hot here. It gets hot in Vegas, but Vegas is dry heat. The humidity plus the heat here, I feel like is affecting them. So we will be headed back to Vegas in a couple of weeks. I'll be taking them back, getting a new home and everything situated, and then I will be headed back out. I will stop by Indonesia and Malaysia, but my goal is to head my way to Europe. I want to go back to Germany. I want to go back to Switzerland. I want to go to Amsterdam. I also want to check out Italy, Scotland. There's other places that I want to check out. So I'll be taking them back, making sure they're situated. The breeders are in Las Vegas as well. So I'll be able to make sure that they're safe and I will feel comfortable leaving them. I'm still trying to give the pet hotel, dog hotels things a chance, but when you're reading the little contracts they give you and they're talking about, oh, if your dog, gets attacked and dies, we're not responsible, that doesn't sit well with me. If I'm leaving my dog in your care, everything is your responsibility. So I don't know. I'm still hit or miss with that. Um, what else do I have to update you? Oh, let's talk about Isaiah, Zay, the digital nomad. So that has been a big thing in the Black Thailand travel community. Like everybody has been talking about it. I've even had, or I've seen, and one guy, some cornball dude, had the audacity to tag me on YouTube in a video where he made talking about us. And I'm not a celebrity. And I just, even with celebrities, I find it just really odd how people are just so obsessed with their sex lives and things like that. I posted it on social media. I'm grown. I know what comes with it. So the comments and stuff I'm not really bothered by, but the fact that you're making whole think pieces and videos about someone you've never met, about pussy you've never had, about a dude that you don't know is weird to me. Like, people, oh, why did you have sex with him unprotected? Bitch, because I'm grown and I wanted to. Like, why do you think people owe y'all justifications for what the fuck they do? I am in my 30s, baby. I don't owe nobody shit. I am single doing single woman things. And see, that's what people fail to realize. And I actually made a post about this on Threads and Facebook. People seem to forget what single entails and what the definition means. Single means I can do what I want when I want with whoever I want when I want. I don't owe anybody shit, but I'm single. Now, this man was apparently in a relationship, and this really just came out when I posted my content on Facebook. And what does that have to do with me? You never told me you were in a relationship. I don't owe her no loyalty. You do. So people being mad at me as if I did something wrong and I'm not the one in the relationship is insane to me. Like, are we still doing this in 2026 where we're blaming the women because men are not being loyal in their relationships? Baby, what? What? And I know a lot of y'all be stuck up this man ass. A lot of you niggas be on his dick, choking on it. I'm not up this man ass. I'm not on this man dick. I don't know if he's in a relationship or not. And take in mind, I gave him multiple opportunities to tell me before we even got to that point. So what a lot of people don't realize is because I didn't put everything on there until people started talking crazy, and then I had to let people know, like, please stop playing with me. That man paid bills. You get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just we talked one day on Instagram, then we went on a date and fuck. No, I actually was playing hard to get with him for a couple of weeks, going back and forth before we actually did meet. There were certain steps that were taken and done before we got to that point. It wasn't just, oh, he hit me up or I hit him up and then within 24 hours we're on a date. Fucking no. We started talking back in January, end of December, beginning of January. So this was something that built up over time. Rent paid, coochie wax, dinner dates, like all that. I didn't feel like I needed to go into deep details. I just shared that because that first date was very nice. I really enjoyed myself. Like, and people I think expected me to have something negative to say about him outside of the situation itself. I don't. Like, I am not surprised by reaction because one, he's young. He's 10 years younger than me. He's 29, 28, 29. So he's 9 or 10 years younger than me. So I remember being in my 20s, even in my late 20s. I remember just the type of stuff that you deal with, and when a man gets caught up, his first reaction is to throw dirt on the woman. Even though I didn't do anything, I'm single. I don't owe anybody anything. You could have told me, or you could have just kept your dick in your pants. You could have gave me the opportunity to decide if that's something I wanted to deal with, but you didn't. Now I'm the bad guy because now your South Asian, your South Asian girlfriend knows that you're a fucking cheater. And then come to find out, apparently I'm not the only one. There's multiple other black women. And some people have been commenting, oh, I thought he didn't like black women. And I'm like, where are y'all seeing this at? Like, even the videos and the little content that I have seen from him on his TikTok or his YouTube, nowhere have I ever seen that he talked bad about black women. I think I saw one video where he was saying there were not a lot of options as far as black women here. So I don't know where people were getting that from. I personally have never seen that. If that is the case, again, I wouldn't know. Don't know what that was about. I damn near lost my train of thought, but I really did lose my train of thought. Pause. I had to go watch my video. But yeah, I personally, again, I wouldn't know. He opens doors, he pays bills, he covers the tab. When we get it on, he gets the corner suite. Like, I personally cannot speak for any dislike of black women. Maybe he just likes certain black women. I don't know. Here nor there, I find it weird people's obsession with my sex life, and a lot of it are men. It's men, and it gives that these are men that are attracted to me or were interested in me in some aspect, and now they're mad because they knew they never had a chance with me. And there was even one guy on my TikTok that there's a few different guys. Like, immediately when it came out, it was like dudes talking stuff about him. You talking shit about another man to me is not going to, like, make me like you. It's just going to make me look at you sideways and gives hater vibes. As far as him, he was so upset. He was trying to get my pages disabled. His little South Asian. I keep saying that. I'm going to keep saying that. His South Asian girlfriend was stalking my stories. And I'm talking about not just my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok. She was everywhere. I mean, every goddamn where. Ma'am, don't stalk me. Go have that conversation with your man, since you're so called the preference. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of you all need mental help. You need to go sit down and talk to a therapist, because why are you mad at me because he cheated on you? And then with him, again, he's young. I don't expect anything less from a young guy, especially when you get caught up in a lie. I don't know if this girl is funding any type of thing in some type of way. I don't know what the relationship is because I never knew about the relationship. But he was trying to get my pages disabled. He was creating fake pages, posting pictures from when I used to dance in Las Vegas. Maybe, first of all, that's from 2019, 2020. We're in 2026. So if you're going to post any content, make sure you're posting new content. Why are you posting some shit that I posted myself? Make it make sense. And every black woman can't go to Vegas and dance. So thank you for giving me that promo. Like, that's me on my high rise balcony. You know what I mean? I was flown out and booked by celebrities, flown to New York. I was put up in high rises from Miami to Atlanta by men I've never had to have sex with because I'm in financial domination. And I've never hidden that I was in financial domination. I've never hidden my expectations. I don't hide anything about myself because I don't owe anybody shit. I'm a grown ass woman. I could do what the fuck I want. Like, what is wrong with you all? Um, I still necessarily don't have anything bad to say about him aside from the fact that he does not take accountability. Um, but again, he's young. Are we surprised? Um, him running back to Vietnam with his dick tucked or posting content like he's in Vietnam but really still in Bangkok. None of that does anything for me. The situation doesn't change. Um, you can probably see I'm gaining a little bit of weight too. I'm putting on a little bit of weight. But yeah, I think people expected me to be upset or mad or crying. I really don't know what people wanted out of me. I'm a grown woman. I've been working since I was 13. My parents are still married. I'm upper middle class. I come from money. I don't hurt for anything. I didn't pay for my travel out here. I didn't pay for my travel to Vietnam. I don't pay my rent here. Um, like I'm not going to hurt for anything. My child is not going to hurt for anything. My children, if I have more children or whatever happens in my future, I'm good. Like, I don't know what people expected or what they thought was going to happen. My motion ain't going to stop. And that's another thing. I had motion way before this whole situation. Again, I lost a lot of social media pages, so people who are new to me may not know this. Dat Bougie Black Girl has been my moniker across all platforms for over 10 years. People that have been following me for 10, 15 plus years know me. They know I'm raw. They know I'm honest. They know I don't hide shit. They know I don't lie. So the anger and, oh, you're trying to get clout off of him. Clout off of who, baby? I was in $1 million high rises for the past 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Like, what are you talking about? I left timeshare making 10,000 a month when the pandemic hit. What are you talking about? Like, I don't know where y'all be making this shit up at, but please, 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 just stop. Stop. If that makes you feel better about yourself, I guess keep going. I don't know. It's not going to change your situation. I honestly laugh at these groups, like these Facebook groups. Majority of these pages are fake pages. The other percent don't have passports. They've never left the country, let alone their city or state. They can't afford to. A lot of the men in these groups are sexual predators. The whole passport bro like thing, they're sexual predators. I've been in a few of the groups and I've seen a lot of the posts and statuses that they make where they don't have a problem with spending money. They just don't want to spend US money. So they come to these other countries thinking that these women are dumb or they don't have the same standards. And some have even admitted that it's just cheaper in Colombia. It's cheaper in Thailand. It's cheaper in certain areas to take care of a woman or to do for a woman. So don't ever let a nigga make you feel like or tell you that he can't or he doesn't want to or you're asking too much. No, baby, he just can't afford it. He can't afford it. And I think that's a lot of reason why some of these dudes have been saying negative things to me about Isaiah is because they can't afford what he can afford to do. Like, the truth is, men with money can afford to have multiple women. They can afford to have multiple households. They can afford to do that because they're gonna make sure everybody's taken care of and everybody's happy. A lot of you men have standards that you cannot afford. You can't have caviar taste with a 4 for 4 budget. That's just the honesty of it all. Um, no show. I'm still doing my thing, still traveling. Um, my life is not going to stop or change. And a lot of you need to get passports and some money. A lot of you need to get some passports and some money, baby. And stop trying to get clout or views or whatever it is you're looking for off my image and my story. Even that weirdo in Black in Thailand, the admin. I can't even remember his name. That's how irrelevant he is. I share a post from my page to the group. He leaves it pending, but then he goes and screenshots my page and then posts it himself. Stop doing that weird shit. That lets me know you ain't got no motion in real life and you ain't got nothing exciting going on in your life. Like, post your own content. Oh, Frandy, he's not even in Thailand. And then trying to get people to pay him to take them to Thailand. How is a person that's not even in Thailand having you pay them? You can book your own trip and come by yourself. Like, I don't be understanding. Um, Yeah, and I've noticed some black women from YouTube have been sneaking onto my Facebook watching my story. And it's given that you might be Isaiah's other victim. So if you need to talk, mamas, reach out. See, I think a part of the reason Isaiah got so mad is because he realized that he can't control me. Granted, I love the dominance. Like, he does have a dominance about him. But baby, I'm my daddy's daughter. Let me say that again, like I did in my last video. I'm my daddy's daughter. I'm single. You can't control me. And the truth will always come out. I don't have to try to cancel anybody. I get nothing from it. This is my platform. These are my pages, and I'm going to tell my story and my truth. Uh, but yeah, Thick Passport Diaries, that bougie black girl, Geneva Banks. I will be back in Vegas real soon. I'm super excited. My birthday is in July. It's up in Vegas right now. It's about to get hot. There's a lot going on. The parties, the celebrities. Like, I got to get back to Vegas. I always go back to Vegas. But after that, I will be headed off to Europe. Well, Malaysia, Indonesia first, then headed off to Europe. And I want to do Tokyo, Japan. That's been on my list since I was like a kid. My dad actually was in Tokyo when in the 90s when I was a kid. So yeah, definitely want to check out Tokyo for the fashion, the technology. But Thailand is not my forever home. And I've said that months ago. And this is another thing. I said this even before I met Isaiah and all that stuff. I had already felt like Thailand is not my forever home. If my dogs can't be comfortable, I can't be comfortable. Um,
Long as you got your eyes, got your trippy on them private jets, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child, and then won't lay today. Make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think you're playing with. I'm the summer.